got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Loves me. Not a day in my life. You know me, my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Go! Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Check, 47. I'm trying to collect it.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down 49ers. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Garoppolo, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Hey, gun. Check girls. Mike 47. Lock.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. They'll run with Coleman on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that'll be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Working from the gun. It's Breeze. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Well, they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got a 1st and 10 now out. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Here we go. 20.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. It's Coleman here, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Niners 14, Saints nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Saints take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. To throw is Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
65. Mike's 47. Hey, Echo. Double dog. That's the way. Both sevens and Mike.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of...
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over first down.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down San Francisco. The pickup 14 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DJ Reed. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So Bree's going to lead the Saints.